First, pin your vanishing point where you want your eye level to fall, right in front of where you're standing. Then put your cone of vision, whatever distance you want this to be off the page, make sure that it is the same distance on each side of the vanishing point. Same here, same here. You can have it off the page further than I do if you want. This is completely up to you because we are just making up these boxes. These are going to be 1-point boxes. So I'm hanging string on the vanishing point, special vanishing point left and special vanishing point right. And now I'm drawing a perfect square right now. And then I'm drawing the orthogonal lines, draw the lines on the edge to the central vanishing point. And then I'm taking from the opposite corner and figuring out where it intersects that bottom line. I made a little mark there. That tells me where to draw that back edge. And then the top back edge. I'm making those lines a little bit darker. So the special vanishing point tells you where to do the back edge. All the other lines, everything on this box goes to your central vanishing point because it's in 1-point perspective. 1-point boxes are always parallel to the picture plane. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle, but I'm going to, within that rectangle, find a perfect square to find the back edge because you need to use a perfect square to use the cone of vision to find the back edge. So it's about 2 inches. I'm going to come in and draw that in and then finish that box. If I take that up at that top, just to show you, there's a little box where it intersects that line. That tells me where to draw that back edge of the rectangle. Okay, now it's opaque. Now I'm going to I'll turn it later into being transparent. So you can come in and add a little bit more line weight. Start to define your lines can vary, and some can be thicker and some can be thinner, and even within the line it can be thicker and then fade to thinner. The things that are in the forefront you might want to be sharper and thicker. These boxes are below my eye level. So even though I'm making them up, they're below my eye level. My eye level is that pink string. Now I'm going to draw another box. The box is always, whether it's a perfect cube or a rectangle, it's always parallel to the picture plane, meaning that that front face is parallel. This is a perfect square. Coming in and thickening up some parts of the line. Now, the orthogonal lines go to the central vanishing point. You can draw them in light at first and then go and make them darker. And then remember, I will use the opposite special vanishing point string, take it to the opposite corner, and figure out where it intersects that back line, right there. That is where that back edge gets drawn in. And then that tells you where that top back edge goes as well. Your central vanishing point always falls right in front of where you're standing. There is the inside edge. Now I'm making it transparent. It also goes to the central vanishing point. Now I'm finding where that back edge is. Then I can come in and draw that in. If something doesn't seem right, you just want to double check it. Because maybe you grabbed the wrong string, or maybe you slipped a little bit. So if it's not lining up like it should, you probably just did something wrong. Now I'm going to do some above eye level ones. I'm going to start with a rectangle up here, which I need to find a square within that so that I can find the back edge using a string from the special vanishing point. And I like to go to the opposite side, so I will use special vanishing point right when I do this. Right now I'm drawing the orthogonal lines to the central vanishing point. Now where the line going from the special vanishing point right intersects with that back edge of that square, it tells me where to draw my angle in. Right now it's transparent, or it's opaque, but I'm going to make it transparent. Finish that back. And I can come in and just make things darker that need to be, so they're more defined. So just continue to define where it needs to be defined, remembering that whatever the front face is needs to be defined the most so that it stands out. The boxes I'm drawing now are above eye level. So I drew 3 below eye level. I'm going to draw 3 above. We first start with that square rectangle that will be parallel to that picture plane, so that the plane of the box is parallel. So this is a perfect square. These lines are orthogonal lines on the bottom of the box. Go to the vanishing point. Where that crossed, that tells me where to draw that bottom back edge. I'm making it transparent. I don't see the sides of this box, but when it's transparent, I would see a little bit of that, the sides on the inside. This is how this would look. So again, I'm looking at the bottom of this box and that front face. It's like a box that I can see into, and it's above my eye level. So I've drawn a rectangle. Now I'm going to, again, bind a square within it so that I can use that square to find the back edge. And I'm bringing everything to the central vanishing point, so all the orthogonal lines. Now I'm going to use special vanishing point left in that string to figure out where it crosses that back edge of that one of that box. Then start to fill everything in. Now I can again draw everything to the central vanishing point for the inside to make this transparent. And then make my connections, and everything should connect. If something isn't right, you probably drew to the wrong line or messed something up, so always just double check. If something doesn't seem right, you probably just need to go back and double check it. Also make sure that all of your lines are parallel to the top of the paper and the sides of the paper, and you want to do that before you're starting to draw them in darker. You want to do that right in the beginning. Now I have one more box, this one down here, that I never made transparent, so I'm going to come in and finish that box. And draw that back edge. Then take the strings off and you are done.